Yeah. Should be fine. Oh, that looks good.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيبي وحبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم محمد
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الهاديين المهديين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
My dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First, I'd like to talk about the school in brief. Alhamdulillah, the school is doing very well with the help of our dear teachers and the help of those who are also working so hard behind the curtain, behind the scene. And so as the board, the school is doing very well, and I would like to request from all of us to recite Surah Al-Fatiha for the teachers and those who are working behind the scene and the board as well, for their well-being, inshallah, and for their success as well. So please, Surah Al-Fatiha. I just want to remind myself and all of us regarding the school that one problem we have from the parents, and that is not bringing the kids on time. I know one of our qualities that we're known of is not to follow a time. If you follow a time, it's like this a question, are you a real Muslim? If you want to prove that you're a real Muslim, don't obey the time. If you don't want people to believe that you are a good Muslim, then come on time. So please, I want to request from the parents, my humble request is please bring the children on time. And here's the reason. I have two reasons quickly, inshallah, before I go to the speech. Reason number one is that time is very important in Islam. That is why you see Quran, Allah swear by the time in Surah Al-Asr. He said, Wal Asr, I swear by the time. If time is not important, Allah would not even name it, much less to even mention it in the Quran. Number two, the importance of time. You see Quran name Yawm al-Qiyamah an hour, as-sa'a, because it's important. That is one. Number two, when we start at noon, we say drop your children between 12:30 to 12:45. Why? So that way we have Salat al-Jama'ah. We begin with Salat al-Jama'ah. So your children learn how to perform Salat al-Jama'ah, and not only that, they also get the reward of Salat al-Jama'ah. They learn and they get the reward too. So please, our dear parents, try as much as possible to drop your children on time so we can start on time. And if you agree with me that next week you will bring them on time, say aloud salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Alhamdulillah. This salawat is what? It's a aqd. That's a promise, inshallah. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قالوا ربنا أمتنا اثنتين وأحييتنا اثنتين فاعترفنا بذنوبنا فهل لنا من الخروج من سبيل صدق الله العلي العظيم.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
This ayah is mentioned in Surah Ghafir or Surah Al-Mu'min. As you know, in Quran, certain surahs, they have one name. Certain surahs, they have more than one. Ghafir is one of them, ayah number 11. This ayah talks about one of the most important part of our school of thought belief. One of the things we believe as the followers of Ahlul Bayt. What is that belief that we believe as the followers of Ahlul Bayt? One of our belief is what we call al-raj'a. What is al-raj'a? Al-raj'a is an Arabic word which has two meanings. One meaning is Arabic meaning. Al-raj'a man al-rujua. Coming back. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. We are from Allah and to Him we shall return. That's what's called al-raj'a. You start from somewhere, you go back to where you start. It's called al-rujua. That is literally in Arabic. But in the Shia school of thought, the word al-raj'a has different meaning. What does it mean? In the Shia school of thought, al-raj'a is to believe that there are certain people, not everybody, certain people, chosen people, after they die and leave this world, they will come back again to this world. They died, they were born, they were raised, they live in this world. 60 years, 80 years, 100 years. They died, they were buried for years. They will come back again to this world for the second time. To do what? To live like you and I again for the second time. How can that be possible? This is what's called al-raj'a in the Shia school of thought. However, those people who come back to life, they are two groups. It's not everybody. As two groups, Allah is going to choose. Group one are the mu'mineen, good mu'min, good believers, brothers and sisters. That's group one. Group two are the evil doers. Those who did wrong, who mess up with their life in this world. Allah is going to return them back to this world again. That is called al-raj'a. Now what is the purpose? What is the hikmah behind this al-raj'a? The purpose is this one, and I'll come to another hikmah at the end of the speech. The first hikmah is to give them another chance, the bad people. To give them what? Another chance. Maybe they may reconcile with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Maybe they may repair what they have damaged between them and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah wants to give them another chance. And that is what al-raj'a is about. But now the question is there any proof from the Quran about this? Yes, there is. Not even one, not two, not three. There are many ayahs in the Quran which clarifies this in this aqidah of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. What is it? In Surah Ghafir, the ayah we read. I want you to follow with me properly. Ayah number 11 in Surah Ghafir, what did they say? Qalu. Who are those people talking? Non-believers, those who destroyed their life while they were in this world. They say to Allah, Qalu, Rabbana, O our Lord, Amattana thnatayn. Allahu Akbar. Amattana, you took our lives, you killed us, you end our life how many times? Ithnatayn, 2 times. And here, again, let me clarify here. We are not talking about reincarnation. No, we don't believe that as a Muslim. No, these are people who were born and raised and they die. And Allah brings them back to life again after they were dead. This is not reincarnation. Good. So they said to Allah, أَمَتَّنَا اثْنَتَيْنِ. You took our life, Ya Allah. How many times? اثْنَتَيْنِ, 2 times. They died and they were brought back to life again. Amatta, look in Arabic dictionary. The word al-maut, what does it mean? It means infisal al-ruh and al-jasad. That's what the word maut is. The reason why I'm explaining this, because some scholars, they give a different interpretation. They say al-maut al-ula, the first death is before we were born. And that's not true. Because before you and I were born, we don't have a life that Allah took from us to call it al-maut. Al-maut in Arabic is what? It's after you give a life to someone. They can breathe in and out. You take the life from them. That is what's called al-maut. That's in Arabic dictionary. Allah stated in Surah Al-Ghafir that those people, they say to Allah, أَمَتَّنَا اثْنَتَيْنِ. You took our life 2 times. Is that all? No. وَأَحْيَيْتَنَا اثْنَتَيْنِ. And you gave us a life 2 times. See? Death 2 times, life 2 times. And then they say to Allah, فَأَتَرَفْنَا بِذُنُوبِنَا. Ya Allah, we have now confessed with our what? With our sins. فَهَلْ مِنْ خُرُوجٍ مِنْ سَبِيلٍ. Is there any way, Ya Rabbal Alameen, we can get out of this hellfire? That was their question. They're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This ayah is what we call Ar-Raj'a according to the Shia school of thought, or Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. Now with this, I want to take you to the Quran to prove about the Raj'a in the Quran. That people who they were born and they live on this planet for ages and Allah took their life. And then Allah brought them back to life again. Some of them were humans, some of them were other creatures of Allah. To prove the power of Allah and the Raj'ah. Number 1, in Surah Al-Baqarah. Look, ayah 259. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks clearly about Raj'ah. What did Allah say? Allah said, أَوَ كَالَّذِي مَرَّ عَلَىٰ قَرْيَةٍ وَهِيَ خَاوِيَةٌ عَلَىٰ عُرُوشِهَا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking one of his prophets, one of his servants, known as Uzair. Uzair was traveling and he passed by a village. قَرْيَةٍ وَهِيَ خَاوِيَةٌ. Allah said the village was completely destroyed. قال, Uzair said in his heart. Didn't say it with his mouth. No, he just said it in his heart. أَنَّا يُحْيِي اللَّهُ هَذِهِ بَعْدَ مَوْتِهَا. How can Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring all these deceased, all these people back to life after they die? He was asking and questioning himself. Now listen to what the answer of Allah was. Immediately Allah says, فَأَمَاتَهُ اللَّهُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, then we took his life. He was alive, was born and raised. Allah said, we took his life. فَأَمَاتَهُ اللَّهُ. Uzair was traveling and he has 3 things. Himself, and he has his donkey and his food. Now listen to the Quran. It's beautiful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, we took the life of Uzair. Immediately Uzair became dead. And he became one of those hundreds of people who were dead in that village. Allahu Akbar. After Uzair was dead for ages, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, ثُمَّ بَعَثَ. ثُمَّ, in Arabic, it comes لِلتَّرْتِيب. When Allah took his life, after he was dead, then Allah said, we gave him life back again. Where? Here in this world. ثُمَّ بَعَثَ. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked Uzair, قَالَ كَمْ لَبِثْ. How long did you became deceased? Dead. Because Allah said, فَأَمَاتَهُ اللَّهُ. He was dead. Uzair was dead. Allah said, we raise him back and we ask him, Ya Uzair, how long were you dead? Uzair says, يوما أو بعض يوم. I was dead maybe a day or less than a day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, no, ya Uzair. بل لبثت 100 عام. You were dead for how long? 100 years, Allah told Uzair. Allah said, Ya Uzair, now look, انظر إلى طعامك وشرابك لم يتسنى. Allah said, look, your food that you were carrying with you, Allah said, didn't change. لم يتسنى لم يتغير. Nothing happened to it. Allahu Akbar. 100 years, the food that he was carrying, nothing happened to it. It was warm as it is. Where? See, Allahu Akbar. Allah made a refrigerator, not the one you and I buy from China, from Japan, right? Those refrigerator, when you put a food, it's hardly keep a food for a week or a month. No, but the refrigerator of Allah, that Allah put the food of Uzair, 100 years, the food was good and warm as it was. Allahu Akbar. Now what happened? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لم يتسنى. It didn't change. Allah said, فانظر إلى حمارك. Now turn the left side. Look at what? Look at your donkey that you're riding, Ya Uzair. The donkey was dead and nothing but bones. Allah said, Ya Uzair, انظر إلى حمارك كيف ننشزها. Allahu Akbar. And Raj'a here is not just for Uzair. Even his donkey, Allah wants to bring it back. Allah said, look at those bones that are scarred. For those who are thinking that after we die, we cannot be brought back. Allah says in Surah Al-Qiyamah, أَيَحْسَبُ الْإِنسَانُ أَلَّا نَجْمَعَ عِظَامًا بَلَا قَادِرِينَ عَلَىٰ أَن نُسَوِّيَ بَنَانًا. Allah said, if in case you're doubting that after you become pieces of bones, all scarred all over the place, Allah said, think about it. Allah said, we are able to bring all the pieces together. In case you wonder, more than that, Allah said, your thumbprint here, banan, is this thumbprint? Allah said, we will bring it to you the same as it was in this wall. Allah said to Uzair, انظر إلى حمارك كيف ننشزها. How are we going to bring it back? ثم نقسوها لحمة. Allahu Akbar. Tertib, organization in the creation of donkey. Allah said, Ya Uzair, number one, we're going to put the bones together where you can see your donkey in the skeleton, in the form of skeleton. And then after that, Allah said, as you see the process, then we're going to show you, Ya Uzair, how we put the flesh on top of this skeleton. What happened? Uzair was sitting, he was watching the miracle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Immediately, with the one word, kun fayakun, the bones started to come from nowhere. They gathered themselves, Uzair opened his eyes, and the skeleton of his donkey was standing there. Allah said, Ya Uzair, this is part 1. Now part 2 is coming. What is part 2? ثُمَّ نَقْسُوهَا لَحْمًا. The flesh started coming also from nowhere that Uzair can even think of. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put the skin on this donkey. Allahu Akbar. Uzair, by the time he opened his eyes, the donkey was standing in front of him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya Uzair, what do you think? Now Uzair, now answer. أَعْلَمُ بِأَنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. Now I realize that Allah has the power over everything. Now this is a raj'ah that Ahlul Bayt are talking about. That a person was alive in this world. He lived a certain years. Allah took his life. Allah gave his life back. Now Uzair, the story didn't finish. Quran didn't mention anything about his life after that. Now when you go to the tafsir, they say Uzair went home. Allahu Akbar. He knocked the door. His son came and couldn't recognize Uzair. Who are you? He said, I'm Uzair. I said, no, Uzair died years ago. He said, no, I'm the Uzair. Allah brought me back to life again. Allah. His son that he left has now, mashallah, beard, white, but he is now older than his father. When you look at this image, it looks older than his father. Allahu Akbar. What happened? Ya Uzair, Allah took my life. Allah gave my life back. and I'm back to live. Uzair lived a certain years also, because in the tafsir or tarikh they said Uzair and his brother were twins. They were both twins. They were born on the same day. Allahu Akbar. One of them is older than the other, but they both died on the same day too. Allahu Akbar. They asked Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq, alayhi afdalu salatu wassalam,
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
they asked, some narrations say it was Imam Ali. He said, a man came to Imam Ali or Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq, he said, أخبرني عن رجلين ولدا في يوم واحد وماتا في يوم واحد أحدهما أكبر من الآخر. Can you imagine? Two people, they were born the same day, they died the same day, but one of them is older than the other. Age more than the other. How can that be possible? If they both were born on the same day and they died the same day, they should be the same age, right? But no, the Imam said to him, أحدهما الأزير والآخر أخو الأزير. Yeah, two brothers, they were born on the same day. One of them aged more than the other. Why? Because Uzair, Allah took his life for how long? For 100 years he was deceived, while his brother was still alive. And they both had an incident that they both died the same day. There is one of the example in Surah Al-Baqarah about the Raj'ah. That is one. Another example from the Quran, right after this story in Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah 260. What did Allah say? About another prophet to understand that Al-Raj'ah is not just the Ummah of Muhammad. Even the previous prophet like Ibrahim, they have a Raj'ah too. Where? In Surah Al-Baqarah, in Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah 260. Ibrahim al-Khalil, one of the greatest prophets. What happened? Ibrahim al-Khalil, he said to Allah, Rabbi arini kayfa tuhyi al-mawta. Ibrahim al-Khalil is asking Allah, Ya Allah, I want you to show me how do you bring deceased back to life. Now what happened? How did Ibrahim get there? Quran didn't mention, but tafsir mentioned. How? Now listen to the tafsir. They say Ibrahim al-Khalil, as the custom of the prophet, they like to go to beach, but not like today's beach though. A'imma and good servant of Allah, they like to go to beach to watch the beauty of this creation. Because everything that you see in this world, Allah said we created the every living thing from the water. وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ. But unfortunately today you cannot go to our beach. Unless if you want to go to Fajr, that's fine. If you want to go to daytime, no you cannot. Ibrahim al-Khalil is the same as the other prophet. He goes to the beach to see the beauty of the creation. He was there. As he was walking back and forth, he saw an animal dead. Dead? Yes. Half of the animal is in the ocean. Half of it is on the land. Some animals in the ocean are eating this dead animal. Some other animals on the land are eating this animal. Allah. One animal is now distributed in the stomach of different animals. Ibrahim al-Khalil started thinking, say, Ya Rabb, arini kayfa tuhyi al-mawta. This one animal which is dead, now its body is being distributed in different animals. Now how on Yawm al-Qiyamah Allah is going to bring them back to life? After they become part of these different animals. So he said to Allah, Rabbi arini, Ya Allah, I want you to show me. Kayfa tuhyi al-mawta. How do you bring deceased back to life? Allah asked him a question. Awalam tu'min? Don't you believe that I can do that, Ya Ibrahim? Ibrahim said, no, I believe, Ya Allah. Walakin liyatma'inna qalbi. I want comfort for my heart. Allahu Akbar. Allah said, okay. Ya Ibrahim, we are going to put you into homework. What is that? Allah said, Ya Ibrahim, go and find 4 different birds. Different kind, different shapes, different size, different of everything. bring them, Ya Ibrahim. Ibrahim went and got different type of birds. He brought them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, good, Ya Ibrahim. Now what do you have to do? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya Ibrahim, you have to slaughter them. That is the homework number 2. Ibrahim slaughtered the 4 birds together. Allah said, Ya Ibrahim, the homework is not done. Number 3, Ya Ibrahim, we want you to mix their meat. Allahu Akbar. Mix them, yes. Different birds, different sizes, mix their meat together. Then what, Ya Rabbal Alameen? I said, then take those meat and divide them on 4 different type of mountains. After you mix them, take part of this meat, put it on one mountain. Go to the second mountain, put some of the meat. Then go to another, put another, and then divide the meat into 4. Ya Allah, after that, then what? Then Allah said, you stand far away, Ya Ibrahim. ثُمَّ دُعُهُنَّ. Allahu Akbar. Allah said, you don't have to do anything, Ya Ibrahim. All you have to do is to what? Is to call them. Just call them. Ya ayyatuha tuyur. Oh, you birds, come to me. That's all. Ibrahim said, done, Ya Allah. He mixed the meat after he slaughtered them. Slaughtered the meat as he was told by Allah. He stood on the other mountain. He called those birds, come towards me. Allahu Akbar. Allah told Ibrahim before the event, He said, ثُمَّ دُعُهُنَّ, and then Allah said, يَأْتِينَكَ. Allah put emphasis to Ibrahim. He said, they will come to you. How will they come to you? Sa'ya. As-sa'i, running to you. As-sa'i means running. Now what happened? After Ibrahim put all those meat on different type of the mountain, he then called them. What happened? Quran said Ibrahim was standing, and then he saw the birds. They were flying to him. They all came to Ibrahim. To make sure, لِيَطْمَئِنَّ قَلْبِي, Ibrahim took each one of them. He was putting some sign to see if the sign will be there. Some of them on their stomach, some of them on their wing, some of them on their beak, and he looked, those signs that he put, Allah didn't put that. He put those signs. He looked, all the signs he made is still there after Allah brought them back to life. Allahu Akbar. This is what we call Ar-Raja'a. The animals, they were dead. Ibrahim slaughtered them. Allah brought them back to life. This is what we call Ar-Raja'a. That is ayah number 2. Number 3, brothers and sisters. We read ayat on Surah Al-Kahf, right? Surah Al-Kahf. Allah talked about the people of cave. What happened? They were asleep, Quran called it, but in reality it's what? Death. Because whoever sleep more than 100 years? Nobody else. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, we took their life in the form of sleeping, but for all these years, Allah said, then we brought them back. Allahu Akbar. Quran says, when they came back to life, they said among themselves, فَبَعَثُوا أَحَدَكُمْ بِوَارِقِكُمْ. See? Not warak. Not warik is different than the warak. Warak in Arabic means a paper. Warik with the kasra, it means the currency, the money of that time. And then he says, فَبَعَثُوا أَحَدَكُمْ بِوَارِقِكُمْ هَذِهِ إِلَى الْمَدِينَةِ فَلْيَنْظُرْ أَيُّهَا أَزْكَى طَعَامًا وَلْيَتَلَطَّفْ. Allahu Akbar. Here I just want to have just one point, brothers and sisters, from the people of cave, and let this be a lesson for all of us. And inshallah, one night I will specify to talk about the food that we eat and the importance of food. Here, look at the Ashab al-Kahf, brothers and sisters. They want one of them to go and get them food, right? Now listen what they tell the person. What type of food should they bring? It says, فَلْيَنْظُرْ أَيُّهَا أَزْكَى طَعَامًا. When you go to get a food, you're just going to eat it, right? But they say, be careful. How careful should I be? أَزْكَى طَعَامًا. Look, it's not طَعَامًا زَكِيًّا. أَزْكَى, the most purified food is what we want to eat. Allahu Akbar. This is the importance of food. That Ashab al-Kahf, they are so concerned about the food that will come to them and what they will be eating. Quran in another ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَلْيَنظُرُ الْإِنسَانُ إِلَىٰ طَعَامِهِ. Let every soul be careful about what they eat and what they put in their stomach. Ashab al-Kahf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about them in the Quran. That after they were taken, Allah took their life, when they were called asleep for ages, Allah said, we brought them back to life. What happened? And because in the Quran, Allah called sleeping death. Allahu yatawaffa al-anfusa hina mawtiha wallati lam tamut fi manamiha. At-tawaffi is to take the life. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, even Ashab al-Kahf, they were in the form of death. After ages, Allah brought them back and they lived for a while and Allah took their life again. That is the concept of raj'ah in the Shia school of thought. That is in the Quran. Now in the ziyarah we read as the Shia and the followers of Al-Bayt. Ziyarat Warith, look, Imam alayhi salam is confirming a raj'ah in Ziyarat Warith. What does he say? He said, وَبِإِيَابِكُمْ مُوقِنْ. إِيَاب أي الرجوع, your return. إِنَّ إِلَيْنَا إِيَابَهُمْ ثُمَّ إِنَّ عَلَيْنَا حِسَابًا. And إِياب means return. In the Ziyarat Warith, we say, وَبِإِيَابِكُمْ مُوقِنْ. We believe in your return. Allahu Akbar. That all the Imams that we believe, starting from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, starting from the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we believe that all of them will come back. Don't think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take the life of the Prophet and the other Imams with all this oppression that they went through, and that's it. No. It's impossible. They will come back, all of them, to enjoy the justice of Allah on the planet. Imam Ali is going to come back. Imam Hassan is going to come back. Imam Hussein is going to come back. Imam Ali Zayn al-Abidin is going to come back. Imam Muhammad al-Baqir is going to come back. Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq alayhi salam is going to come back. And so as the rest of the Imams. Imam Musa and his son Imam Ali ibn Musa al-Rada, and his son Imam al-Jawad alayhi salam, his son Imam al-Hadi, and Imam al-Hasan al-Askari, and Imam al-Hujjah ajjalallahu ta'ala farajahu al-sharif. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Because since day one Allah created the earth, and this is another wisdom of why al-raj'ah or returning is important in our aqidah, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, since He created this world, Allah has told the Prophet, Ya Rasulullah, listen carefully, هُوَ الَّذِي أَرْسَلَ رَسُولَهُ بِالْهُدَى وَدِينَ الْحَقِّ لِيُظْهِرَهُ عَلَى الدِّينِ كُلِّهِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, we send the Prophet with the message. And that message, which is Islam, has to conquer and rule the entire world. And the Prophet was not able to do that during his lifetime. No Imam Ali alayhi salam was able to do that. No Imam was able to achieve this goal of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah mentioned in another ayah that there is another person, another grandson of the Prophet who will come and establish and achieve that goal. And that person is Imam al-Hujjah ajjalallahu ta'ala farajahu al-sharif. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. How would that happen? Allahu Akbar. The narration starts. This is the Ayyam al-Dhuhur. Wallah, inshaAllah. According to our scholars, there is no time. Nobody can put a time. 1 year, 10 years, 4 years, 1 year, or 1 month, or 6 months. But when you look at the alamat that we have from all the Imams, particularly Imam al-Hasan al-Askari, the father of Imam al-Hujjah, when you look at the alamat, the sign that they gave us, we have seen those signs, and now, according to the scholars, they say it's very, very close. How close? لا يعلم إلا الله, but it's very close. Now some of the signs, you go to the hadith of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. Now look, one of the hadith of Imam Ali alayhi salam about one of the closest signs of the whore. It said when a time comes that you look in the entire world. When a time comes that you look the world, not one continent, no, the entire world. فَلَا تَرَى إِلَّا ظَالِمًا أَوْ مَظْلُومًا. When a time comes that the world is divided into two, no more than that. Oppressors and oppressed. When the world divided into these two categories, when you look at every country, it's either oppression or oppressed country. That is the time of the whore. Now look at the world today. Allah, take a map of the world today and put your finger on any country. And it's not more than two things. Either the country is oppressor or oppressed country. No more than that. That's what today you see. When you see the people are now realized, they're now awakened, like they were asleep yesterday, and now they are up. What are they doing? They're asking for justice. They want justice to establish. Where? In their countries. And that is what Imam al-Hujjah Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif is going to do. That the narration said, when the time comes, those companions of Imam al-Hujjah, they are the first people Allah is going to bring back to life. Those of them who are already dead, Allah is going to bring them back to life. وَمَقَرُّهُمْ. Their headquarters is going to be where? In Mecca. Allahu Akbar. Those companions of Imam, they all will gather. It doesn't matter which country they were born or they died, they all gather where? In that part of Mecca. Allahu Akbar. And the narration said they all have one cloth, one uniform. Have you seen the soldiers? The army of any country, they have one uniform, right? Because Imam al-Hujjah, his companions also have one uniform. All of them, one uniform. Now what uniform do you think? You say gray, green? La. Their uniform in the narration is ihram. That's their uniform. When you see them, Allahu Akbar, their uniform is ihram. Because they were abroad from all over the place and they gathered that place. And let me tell you one of the signs of those companions. That inshallah, we might be one of them. Inshallah. One of the signs of those companions. They sleep in one place and they wake up in another place. Allahu Akbar. They sleep in their homes. They go to bed in their homes. But you know what? When the time of Fajr comes, the wife will go to the room, try to wake them up. They're not there. You think they have magic? No. What happened? Somebody told them? No. They are praying in the house of Allah in Baytullah al-Haram. In the narration, they said, Muftaqadun. They are lost. They missed. You look everywhere, you cannot find them. Where are they? They pray at the masjid of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is one of the signs. When they gather in Mecca, what happened? People will be looking at them. Few days, nobody could recognize who they are and what their mission for. But they know among themselves what the mission is and what they are there for. Allahu Akbar. Until that day comes that Allah has promised the entire world. What day is that? The day of the Dhuhr of Imam. How would that start? That day start with, as the narration said, with the sayha. Sayha means a loud, scary voice that will call everybody's attention. It doesn't matter which part of the world you might be in. When that call comes, he said, the entire world will now look into the sky. They're looking what's going to happen. As they're looking in the sky, another voice comes and tells to the people that yes, you the people of the world. is the time of appearance of the grandson of the Prophet, Al-Mahdi al-Muntazar.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
And as we are all looking, we see that great personality that the Ummah has been waiting is now coming down. Allahu Akbar. As he comes, we all can see him as we can see when the moon comes out. When the moon appears at night, it doesn't matter which part of the world you are. You can see the moon. He said that is how we all can see Imam al-Hujjah is coming down. And then he lands where? بين الركن والمقام. Allahu Akbar. بين الركن والمقام, yes. Between the rukn and maqam, that's where he's going to land. When the time he lands, those companions are already waiting for their master. What happened? Then the Imam gives the khutbah according to the narration, and at the time, Isa alayhi salam also will be there. Prophet Isa, according to the Quran and according to our belief, is still alive. And he will come before Imam al-Hujjah. And Quran mentioned in Surah An-Nisa, talking to those Christians, they said, listen careful. وَإِن مِّنْ أَهْلِ الْكِتَابِ إِلَّا لَيُؤْمِنَنَّ بِهِ قَبْلَ مَوْتِهِ وَيَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ يَكُونُ عَلَيْهِمْ شَهِيدًا. So Isa alayhi salam will come before the day of judgment. And then what happened? He said when he comes, he is going to tell those Christians who believe that he was killed and he was crucified and he is son of God. He will tell them, no, I'm not son of God. No, I was crucified. And then he was there among the soldiers of Imam al-Hujjah. What happened? After Imam gives the khutbah, then Salat al-Dhuhr comes. Then Imam al-Hujjah will ask Isa, taqaddam lis-salah. Can you step forward to lead the prayer? Allahu Akbar. Look at the adab of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. Imam al-Hujjah is his time and he's the leader. But he is given the respect to Isa alayhi salam. Now Isa alayhi salam will then turn and say to Imam al-Hujjah, Inna al-maqama maqamuk. The position is yours. Salli bina salat al-dhuhr. Then Imam al-Hujjah will step forward. At that time, there are thousands of people in Mecca. Some of them are wondering what will happen. Some of them are supporters of Imam al-Hujjah. Then Imam will pray with them Salat al-Dhuhr. They say that Salat, nobody ever seen that Salat before. Allahu Akbar. The voice of Imam, nobody ever heard it before. The type of khushu' that you see in that Salat, never been seen. Except the time of the Prophet. After he finished Salat al-Dhuhr, then Imam started to call people, the entire world, and each and every one of us can hear Imam. And don't be surprised today. How will that happen? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given a normal person like you and I a mind that he can make something called a television that you can sit and watch what's going on in Libya. You hear what Gaddafi is saying, right? You hear every leader, what they're saying. You're watching the live of everything that is going on. Now, when Imam al-Hujjah comes, that live thing will be seen. It doesn't matter where you are. And then what happened? Then his order started from there. Tell how many of them will lead from which side. And how many of them will take the left, east, and west. And then the change that the entire world is waiting start from that day. But what day would that be? Yawm al-Jum'ah. Allahu Akbar. Now remember the greatness of Yawm al-Jum'ah. Yawm al-Jum'ah is what that day will be. That Imam al-Hujjah, his mission, his coming back is Yawm al-Jum'ah. And when you read in Ziyarah, they say, وَهَذَا يَوْمُكَ الْمُتَوَقَّعُ فِيهِ ظُهُورًا. It's the day that we expect in your appearance. In Ziyarah of Yawm al-Hujjah, when you read it, pay attention carefully. Yawm al-Jum'ah is the appearance day. And that is why we have to be careful. On that day, busy with certain things is not advisable. One has to dedicate that day to be a day of service to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In case if that day happen to be the Yawm al-Dhuhur, you are in the best place to be, which is Salat al-Jum'ah or Baytullah, in the house of Allah. But here is the thing, brothers and sisters. Now we all call ourselves al-Muntadhirin. We're waiting for the appearance of Imam. We're all waiting, hoping his appearance. But one thing we have to remember, my brothers and sisters, a lot of people, we have misconception or misunderstanding about the waiting of this Imam. What do we believe? We believe, oh, we're waiting for Imam. I do my salat, my fasting, and that's it. Inshallah, he will come. No. Some of us, we think waiting is what? Is to fold my hands and sit and counting the days. No. That's not a true waiting. Now listen to the hadith. It says, Afdalul A'mal. See? Afdalul A'mal. The best action during the time of ghaib of Imam is Intidharul Faraj. Afdal Al-A'mal. When you're sitting and you're not doing something, is it called Amal? No. Meaning the best action is what? Is to prepare ourselves for the appearance of this great personality. Now where do I start? I start with myself. That is the beginning point. How do I start? I start by making my wajibat properly. My salat is the most important, my brothers and sisters. Especially Salat al-Fajr, which is very hard for us. Usually Salat al-Fajr comes and mashallah we are snoring. Why Salat? Inshallah we do it. When? At noon. Wallah, Salat al-Fajr is important, brothers. Now listen to the Quran, huh? Salat al-Fajr, they say before the Fajr, Allah sent thousands of angels. What do? They come and watch those who wake up for Fajr Salat. When you wake up for Fajr prayer, what happened? Then they tell one another, Inna fulan ibn fulan qama li salat al-fajr. They talk about you. When I'm not, what happened? They talk about you. They say, Inna fulan ibn fulan nama an al-fajr. He didn't wake up for Fajr. What happened? Until the time of Fajr is over, then they go. What do? And they will never come back again. That's it. And every single day they come as the same the previous one came. That is why in Quran they say, Wa Quran al-Fajr. Read this surah carefully, brothers. Quran al-Fajr, and then they say what? Inna Quran al-Fajr kana mashhud. Ay yushhad. They bear witness Yawm al-Qiyamah. Who are those? The angels who come in the morning to witness, who wake up for Fajr and who doesn't. When they go Yawm al-Qiyamah, they will bear witness. And before they leave, they tell you that we are leaving and we will never come back again. That's it. If they witness you and I doing our Fajr on time, they tell Allah Yawm al-Qiyamah. If not, you tell Allah Yawm al-Qiyamah. That is the beginning point. We want to change, we have to start with ourselves. We want Imam al-Zaman to come and do the change, we have to start with ourselves. Now listen to the Quran. Allah said, Inna Allah la yughayyiru ma biqawmin hatta yughayyiru ma bi anfusihim. Allah said, we don't change people by force. We come and change them. If they don't, they have to start changing themselves. We're waiting for Fajr, for Faraj of Imam. Let's start with ourselves. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to be the true servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ya Allah, we ask you, we're waiting for the Faraj. Ya Allah, let us be among the true servant of yours who are waiting for the duhur of Imam, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Ya Allah, anything we have to do to become closer and be the servant of this great personality, Ya Allah, help us to do that, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Ya Allah, anything we have to do, we have to stay away from, in order not to be among those who will fight the Imam. Ya Allah, help us to see that and stay away from it, Ya Rabbal Alameen. We have our mu'mineen who is sick, who needs your prayers. There's a brother who was diagnosed with cancer. There's another sister also I know. She was also diagnosed with cancer. And we have brothers who are sick, Ya Allah. Give them fastest recovery, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Please let's recite Ayat al-Shifa for all of them. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. أَمَّا يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ 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 أَمَّا يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ. إلى أمواتكم وأموات المؤمنين ورحم الله من قرأ الفاتحة مع الصلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
إن الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. وصلى الله على محمد وآل محمد.